7 News first to uncover mistakes leading up to this deadly wildfire last March. A prescribed burn set by the Colorado State Forest Service gets out of control and becomes the lower North Fork fire. Well, 7 News reporter Amanda Costa always investigating. Amanda, you uncovered those problems and were at the Capitol today as new prescribed burn guidelines were given initial approval.
And this would establish a framework statewide for how controlled burns should be handled and when they should happen. But we found no mention of this, of oversight, discipline, enforcement if those standards are not followed.
All of us that were affected by the lower North Fork fire are very concerned that this doesn't happen to other people.
Concern from Scott Apple nearly 1 year after he lost his wife Ann and their home in the lower North Fork fire.
As you start to look at the facts behind the fire, they're really ugly.
It started as a prescribed burn ignited by the State Forest Service. On the third day, the site was left unpatrolled, violating the burn plan. With red flag conditions, the fire escaped and grew into this. 3 people died, nearly 24 homes destroyed.
I think it was so preventable had we managed the fire a little bit differently.
Senator Nicholson is co-sponsoring the State Prescribed Burning Act.
We're doing something to try to prevent a tragedy like the lower North Fork fire tragedy from happening again.
Is there anything in this bill that would have some sort of discipline or penalty against the state if they did not follow their own prescribed burn plan?
There isn't anything in this bill.
I think the restrictions need to be much tighter, and people need to be held accountable.
They were never enforced, and 3 people died because of it. We can't let that happen again.
And 7 News is also checking the progress of separate legislation that's already in the books that's supposed to expand the state's liability limits for those victims of the lower North Fork fire. We checked with Scott Apple. He says so far progress is stalled and they have received nothing. Reporting live from the Capitol, Amanda Costa, 7 News.